Welcome back to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel, where today I will be previewing the 2023 Fairgrounds Oaks. This race awards 100, 40, 30, 20, and 10 points to the top 5 finishers in this race. Well, there's only 5 runners in this race, so everyone gets points towards the Kentucky Oaks. So I would not be surprised if at least 3 of these girls we will see again in May. So we have 5 3-year-old fillies going 1 mile and 16th on the dirt track at Fairgrounds. We are going to start off with the number 1, who is Southlawn for Norm Cassie. She had a pretty mediocre 2-year-old career, but she took some time off and debuted as a 3-year-old and took a pretty significant step forward. She won her optional claimer last month at Fairgrounds by over 8 lengths. She improved her buyers by almost 30 points. It was her first time on Lasix and her first time on dirt in almost 6 months. I like that her win was on this track at the same distance, so the distance is no question to me. I also like that Norm Cassie is 15 for 43 on dirt in the last 3 months, so that's a pretty good stat as well. I'm just not sure if she has enough talent, being the only one in this race without a stakes win. The number 2 is Christian Dioro for Steve Asmussen, with the biggest odds on the board at 15 to 1. She was stretched out for the first time last month at Sunland, and she clearly didn't take to the route distance very well. Her previous starts were all wins from sprinting. Now she has the speed to take the lead out of the gate, but I don't know if she has the talent for the distance. She tired out last month at 1 mile, and this race is even longer. Now, the number 3 is Pretty Mischievous, who is your morning line favorite at 8 to 5. Her most recent win was the G2 Rachel Alexandra, where she beat out Hoosier Philly, who was the favorite in that race. She has taken a step forward each time out, and she ran with an 87 buyer last time. That is the best in her career. She also beat the Alys Look in the Untappable Stakes 2 starts back by over 3 lengths, so she has beat the other 2 favorites that are in this race. Now, the pace was pretty slow in the Rachel Alexandra, so if Christian Dioro decides to burst out of the gate, it could change up some of these fillies' running styles. The number 4 is the Alys Look, or Alys Look, who won the Silver Bullet Day back in January at Fairgrounds. She beat out Chop Chop, who was the favorite, but Chop Chop also has not ran well since coming back as a 3-year-old. Now, the Alys Look progression from 2 to 3 years was also significant, going from a 75 buyer to an 89 last time out, which an 89 buyer is the highest in this field. They skipped the Rachel Alexandra to point this race specifically, just kind of like instant coffee, who won on the same day as the Alys Look and is running in the Derby right after this race. Now, the number 5 is Hoosier Philly, who was looking forward to seeing her debut as a 3-year-old in the Rachel Alexandra. Well, she failed to show up. She didn't really look great. Now, people are going to argue, saying that she had a compromised trip. She stumbled, then she didn't really seem to catch up. Even with all of that said, I would have liked her to maybe have a little bit better trip, make up a little bit more ground. She went from being 2 lengths behind the eventual winner to being almost 8 in the end. She was undefeated in all her first starts before that race, so she's going to take a lot of money this race as well. And at 2 to 1, I don't want any part of that, especially when she didn't really show me anything exciting last time out. Now, with all of that said, I want to pick a filly who I've seen some improvement from going from 2 years old to 3 years old. I don't want someone that's taking a step back, especially with really short odds. So with such short odds, I'm going to go with a long shot here. I'm going to go with the number 1, Southlawn. I mean, comparing her speed figures to the 3 favorites, she's right there with them. She can get the distance. She has a win at this track, and not to mention Norm Cassie is at 35% on dirt races in the last 3 months. Underneath, I'm going to go with the Alys Look because it's Brad Cox. She's going to be tough. So I'm going to do a $10 exacta box with the 1 and the 4 and try and hope that the number 1 wins so we can get some prices across. In a $2 trifecta box, that is going to be $12. I'm going to add in Pretty Mischievous, so that is going to be a 1, 3, 4 trifecta box. Thanks for tuning into the Racing Dudes YouTube channel, where we have all things sports and horse racing. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like this video. Comment below who you think is going to win the Fairground Oaks. Until next week, good luck.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dude's YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.